Jeb Bush has a peculiar new plan that he thinks is going to help fix our economy.
We have to be a lot more productive. Workforce participation has to rise from its all-time modern lows. Means that people need to work longer hours and through their productivity gain more income for their families. That's the only way we're going to get out of this rut that we're in.
So let's actually examine the statistics in order to see how hard Americans are actually working. ABC News writes, not only are Americans working longer hours than at any time since statistics have been kept, but now they are also working longer than anyone else in the industrialized world. And while workers in other countries have been seeing their hours cut back by legislation focused on preventing work from infringing on private life, Americans have been going in the other direction. So when it comes to the proportion of the population that's actually employed full-time, it's 46.7%. Now, of those people, 8% work less than 40 hours per week, 42% work 40 hours per week, 11% work 41 to 49 hours per week, 21% of those people work 50 to 59 hours per week, and 18% work 60 plus hours per week. So if you think that we're not working hard, you're horribly mistaken. Now, 85.8% of males and 66.5% of females work more than 40 hours per week, according to 20-something Finance. Now, when it comes to statistics from the International Labor Organization, Americans work 137 more hours per year than Japanese workers, 267 more hours per year than British workers, and 499 more hours per year than French workers. So there's more. According to the U.S. Bureau, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, of Labor Statistics, productivity has increased by 400% per American worker. So now there's also no laws that mandate sick leave at the federal level. Additionally, the U.S. is the only advanced industrialized country that does not legally mandate annual leave. So we take less time off than everyone else, and we're also highly productive. So I'll show you this chart. So now, is it really the fact that he thinks that American workers don't work very hard? Well, unless he's been living under a rock and has looked at any data over the last, forever, well, I think I know what it's really about. This is what it's about. So, Jeb Bush wants to continue to give pointless subsidies to the oil industry. He wants our tax dollars to subsidize corporate welfare, and he also wants to perpetuate the military-industrial complex. So he wants us to continue spending over $700 billion per year on the military, which is completely unnecessary. Now, he also wants to give tax breaks to pretty much all of his rich friends. But wait, Huffington Post writes, Jeb Bush says his remarks on Americans needing to work longer hours were misconstrued, telling reporters in New Hampshire he intended to advocate greater job opportunities for people involuntarily working part-time. Sure, Jeb Bush, whenever you say something that gets a lot of backlash, you were just taken out of context. It's not the case that you're actually just out of touch with the American people and that you're an oligarch and you're a multi-millionaire and that you have no idea what the ordinary American goes through. So stay classy, because I'm sure that your message is going to really resonate well with all of your rich buddies on Wall Street, but it's not going to resonate with us ordinary people because we actually have to work. What you want to do is you want to get into the White House, and just like your brother, you want the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer.